What's up, guys? I just wanted to record this video real quick. A very different style to document where I'm at with the Lord, where I feel like He's been redirecting me and really changing the course of my life. As you guys know, I've been making more content recently, building my school community, and my goal was to coach young men on what the Lord has been teaching me, but it's just not in His timing. And I've really had to humble myself in this season to remember to seek after Him and to build my spiritual foundation, because I don't want to be like these other gurus who are not living righteously and are living badly behind the camera, but are giving all this advice. And that's really the place I've been over this last week. I don't want to fit in this and keep my focus on the temporary things of this world, and I must go back to the basics and humble myself and build my foundation with Christ. It's been about a year and a half of following Him, and I've never truly went all in. I've always had my focus on outside things and worrying about how I'm going to meet my needs. But that's what the pagans do. Like, if I know that the birds are always fed without having to work, without worrying at all, they're just living life. There's literally, I'm looking at a bird right now, chilling, thriving, enjoying his life, living his best life, because he's not worried about how he's going to get it in his own strength. Sure, he has his responsibilities, but there's no worry. You just follow what God is telling you and not taking matters into your own hands. And that's the biggest thing that He's been teaching me, to die to my will entirely and to just focus on seeking His kingdom first. How can I serve Him? And His righteousness. His righteousness is what I've been lacking on. Of living righteously, of reading my word consistently, of giving Him my time and, living my life for Him. It's been ignoring that aspect, which is the most important part for believers, and taking matters into my own hands, of following my own God and worshiping these idols of, like, yes, I have these skills, passions, and callings, but I don't need you, God. I'm going to chase them all in my timing. And that's really what's been happening, and what He's convicted me of and is bringing me out of in the season. So I really wanted to record this video, give you guys a raw, authentic life update, put myself on the line and not be like one of these other gurus who are going to pretend like that their life is perfect, skip over the steps, try to make money off you guys, give advice where they're not following it themselves. I will not be like that. I will never be like that. And today has just been, reading my word. You've probably seen the pages flipping in the background. Totally unprepared and unplanned video. But that's where my focus has got to be. If I do decide to keep making content after reflecting and getting clear on where the Lord wants me to go today, I'm really focused on seeking Him, praying, being in His word. If He tells me to keep making content, it will not be like I'm an expert in giving you guys advice. No. It'll be documenting my journey, sharing what I'm learning in the Word, but it can only be an extension of what I'm currently doing. It can never be the main focus. That's where I've been falling short. Making these projects and being deceived by my own flesh, being led astray of, like, this is the main focus of my life. Building these routines and goals around business and projects and self-improvement. Not even self-improvement, but like hitting the gym, like just making my life the focus rather than serving Him and dying to myself completely to just be a vessel for Him. So I'm still a baby Christian. A year and a half is not the longest amount of time. So I need to humble myself, focus on seeking Him and dying completely to my desires and will. I'm not in a place to mentor you guys, but God has given me this platform to share moments like this. I'm not going to quit on you guys and just stop making content because the Lord is bringing me into a new season. No, I want to, out of obedience, this isn't even a personal journal to help myself or to show you guys where I'm at in life. No, it's pure obedience. The Lord told me to do it. And later on, I'll see why He asked me to do it. And that's really the season I'm entering, of not planning my days, of not worrying and toiling and laboring, like, and following the example of the flowers and the birds in that parable that Jesus was saying to His disciples, where the famous verse Matthew 6:33 is founded. I need to be better at following that example and not taking matters into my own hands. And to not worry. All these projects of pursuing these projects, these businesses, making content, hoping that it will meet my needs, is not obeying the Lord. It's not denying myself. That is following my own will, and is why I keep backsliding into seasons of sin and feeling so disconnected from God like I have for the past 2 weeks. I'm tired of these seasons of being on fire, of serving Him, and then backsliding into going back to square one. Like, guys, it's time we learn these lessons and fully die to ourselves and surrender. And I'm speaking to myself, not guys. Noah, you better listen up to actually live by these lessons and seek my kingdom first and my righteousness, because I have been patient with you. You haven't been listening. You've been taking matters into your own hands and straying further away from me in the process. So I'm not saying that I'm going to never make content again. I'm never going to be pursuing a purpose-driven coaching business. Those things are great, but I'm not going to place the pressure on myself and the burden of myself to do these things right now. Step outside of God's timeline. I want to live a fulfilling, quiet Christian life like the Bible has told me, and to not be constantly stressed and fear and relying on myself to bring forth the purpose God has for me in His timing. Going outside of His timeline is so dangerous, and is why I can't handle that burden. I always turn back to sin when I do that. Smoking weed, turning back to lust, and being disconnected from Him. The most fulfilling seasons of my life have been like 2 months ago, where transitioning between jobs, I had time to myself where I would not even focus on, okay, in the meantime, I got to work on business. I got to work on this project. I got to hustle. No, got to leave that behind. I was just sitting in nature. And as I'm saying this, I'm just being as vulnerable as possible, because even in my own head, I think it's like, what kind of loser just does this? They don't have their own responsibilities. They don't have, they're not on their grind, on their hustle. Like, what is my future wife going to think of me? No, I got to let go of all these things and be humble and be willing to let all this go, to die. I am nothing. My only purpose is to be used as a vessel by God, and not to do what I think He wants me to do in the process. I will look as stupid as I look, as stupid as I have to while doing it, go against what the world has been saying. There's like a fly on my hand right now. Just go away. I rebuke you. But to go against this conditioning and to truly live for Him, it's been the biggest challenge, and I'm done learning this lesson. So I'm willing to leave everything behind, trust fully in God without relying on what I know, on my own understanding, and be willing to, not be living for the world for a bit, to truly build my foundation in Him. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this, that it resonated with you. I really felt like the Lord was calling me to make this video, to really hold myself accountable and showcase where I'm at in life. I'm really just talking, no script, just saying what He's placed on my heart, and that's how I need to continue to live through life. Not by my own plans, by my own goals and routines and productivity and grind and hustle and self-improvement. No, I need to die to all these things and have it to the point where it's less of me and more of Him. And it's such a challenge as young men. With men, these things are impossible, but with God, all things are possible. And I believe that He's calling me into building the foundation with Him. It's not going to be by my own planning or strength. It's by letting go and doing less. And yeah, that's what I have to say for today. So thank you guys for watching in full. Hopefully it resonated with you. I'll probably be giving a short update soon, but this is me. This is life. This is where I'm at in the season of life. Felt called to share, and God bless you guys. We'll see where the Lord wants me to bring this audience that He's blessing me with. It's in His will for me to have this audience and to seek His kingdom first by making videos like this that glorify Him, that can inspire others, but not to be used for my own glory. So we'll see where He wants me to go with this. Not 1,000% sure, but he'll have his way.